It's the fern that sounds like a Greek god. Let's talk about Oceaniopteris. What's up, fellow plant enthusiasts? My name is Dylan and this is Bane's Botanicals. Today we're going to be talking about Oceaniopteris. Now, some of you may know this as Blechnum gibbum. I've since learned that there is an updated name for it, which is Oceaniopteris gibba. That's what this fern is. It's also called a couple of other common names like I think silver lace fern, or maybe it's silver queen fern. Either way, it's a really cool, beautiful fern. Miniature tree fern is actually another one, because there is an Australian tree fern which in the wild actually does get quite large. This one in the wild stays smaller, and of course in your house it's not really going to get that big. But if we just kind of get a good look at this, it's just a really beautiful, lovely shaped fern here. I've recently removed a couple of the bottom fronds just because they were getting ready to kind of expire anyway. So, but it does have new fiddleheads coming in on the bottom, so that's nice. And just kind of the hairs, for lack of a better term, on the bottom really make this look wild somehow. Like it just looks, not tropical, but just looks very foresty. I don't know. I really like it, and I like the updated name too. I mean, Oceaniopteris, if I'm saying that right, I'm pretty sure that's right, sounds a lot more appealing than Blechnum, which just sounds like somebody's getting ready to throw up. So, ugh, Blechnum, like, it's just not pretty. Speaking of names, here is the taxonomy information for Oceaniopteris. We are in the phylum Polypodiophyta, meaning we are with the ferns. This is not a flowering plant. It will never flower. It reproduces via spores that would show up on the bottom of each frond, which is a complicated thing in itself. But and as far as Polypodiophyta goes, we are in the family Blechnacea, which this is going to be the only houseplant that I'm aware of that is in the family Blechnacea. As far as care goes, ferns are typically not the easiest plants to take care of anyway. So you do have to abide by a few rules if you're going to have this plant. As far as light goes, it just likes medium light. This isn't a plant that really needs bright light. In fact, if the light is too bright, it will burn, just because ferns grow in the understory of the forest. Really, even low light. You could probably get away with low light. It does need some, though. Make sure you are giving it light. Just, it doesn't need to be bright. You don't put this in like a really sunny window. Water, it does need to stay consistently moist. You know what, guys? I don't know. I'm just looking at it. I'm thinking, well, it's fine. As far as water goes, it needs to stay consistently moist. It doesn't want to dry out ever. And if you do notice, I do have a couple of brown tips on some of the fronds. Maybe they're so small that you guys can't see them. That's good. But it's just something that needs to, the minute you start to see it dry out a little bit, just go ahead and water it again. Like maybe within, like, stick your fingertip in, and if it's dry, you know, to the touch like that, just go ahead and water it. This one's actually very dry right now. I just went ahead and let it dry out a little bit just because I wanted to see how it does. This is my first one, and I'm just kind of experimenting with it a little bit, but I'm going to soak it as soon as this video is over. But yeah, don't let them dry out, but don't leave them sopping wet either. As far as soil goes, I just use a regular houseplant soil, whatever you prefer. It does like to retain some moisture, so stay away from things that drain too quickly. But and then as far as fertilizer goes, just fertilize. Be careful with ferns, because like ferns can be kind of sensitive to over-fertilization. Their fronds just tend to be a little bit more delicate than regular houseplant leaves. So just kind of err on the side of caution with that. Don't fertilize at all during the winter time, but during the growing season, you could do bi-weekly. Oh, there's Athena. Lay down, baby. You could do bi-weekly during the growing season, or if you wanted to do monthly even, just to kind of be safe. Or if you are going to do bi-weekly, maybe just dilute your fertilizer a little bit more, again, just to be safe. Because ferns do need fertilizer, but they don't need it as much as a plant that flowers, like an Oceanianthus. A lipstick plant loves fertilizer because it takes so much energy to make flowers like that. Athena has made herself quite comfortable on the table, so that's good. What did we forget to cover? Did we do all of it? Oh, humidity. It's a fern. It likes humidity. This isn't going to do very well in dry air just because ferns, just because of where they grow, it does stay very humid. So the pebble tray method is good. The one that I actually have this on, I'm not using a pebble tray, but something like this where you could just put some stones in the bottom here and just pour some water in the bottom, and those stones are going to help diffuse the water into the air so that it's not so dry. Humidifier is always a good option as well. I'm not currently running mine just because we are coming into spring here, so the air is not quite as dry as it was, but I do have a little one over in my kitchen because that's kind of where I keep my plants that need that extra humidity just so that they are getting it. That is about all there is to say about Oceaniopteris. I could say that name all day. It's such a cool name. And actually, somebody recommended this fern to me. I can't remember who it was. I apologize. But that when I looked it up and I saw that name, I'm like, I just want to get it because of the name. But it is a really pretty fern as well. And I am going to do better about keeping it watered, I swear. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys are still enjoying these videos. We're just chugging along with all of our plant care videos, so I've got some good ones coming out. It's been a little bit busy the past week or two for me, so I know that I'm not sticking to my schedule quite the way I said I would, but I'm still trying to get 2 or 3 videos out to you guys a week. So until the next one, I will see you very soon, and thank you.